Welcome to the Stress Outlet. My name is Dr. Kimberly Quinn, also known as Dr. Unstuck. I am here in, it's actually our last day in Seattle. We're down by the waterfront. We just went to the aquarium. It was super, super cool. So another thing I'd like to talk about, we're talking about being, spiritually free and emotionally free, that personal freedom. In the last reel, we talked about assumption making. And in this reel, we're talking about not taking things personally. Not taking things personally because it's so easy. In fact, there are actually people who walk around looking for reasons to be offended, if you can imagine that, which is all ego-driven stuff. So one huge, big drama buster is to not take things personally. Not take things personally. Even, something may need a conversation. We're not saying that it doesn't need a conversation. We're just saying that to actually realize that the high majority of what anybody says to us, high majority, is about them, not us, even if our name's in it. Again, it doesn't mean there's not a need for conversation sometimes, or to take an action sometimes. But for the most part, the high majority of it is just blah, 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 and taking things personally. And that, one of the biggest drama busters in the world is to get that and just not do it. Just don't take it personally. Realize that that's coming from that person. We all have our own filters. We are all the main actors on our own stage, and that's just the truth. It all rolls into that, where your birth order was, where you grew up, whether you're one parent or two, all the things, whether you grew up in the country or in the city or in the burbs or whatever. This whole filter system, like a colander, we just, all the information coming in goes through that filter. If you had 100 people, watching the same movie, they're all going to get different things from it. So it's the same, even more so out in reality. So it's very important to do the best you can not to take things personally. Plus, there's the other part where I just saw a t-shirt at the airport last week. It was actually a good t-shirt. It said, every single person you meet today is fighting a battle you know nothing about, which does not mean they get a pass for being snarky or worse. Certainly not, saying something that's anti somebody is completely unacceptable. Though most of it isn't that. Most of it is us personalizing things, especially in the age of social media and technology and texting and all this stuff. We don't have the voice, the intonation, the body language. So much. My students and I used to talk about this a lot. They would text something, there's an exclamation point, she's got to be really pissed. Or so-and-so I like didn't text me back right away. It can't be that he's at the dentist getting a root canal, or his phone's dead, or he ran over it with his car, or she ran it over with her car.